Alright lads, welcome back to the Grand Cross video, and boys, a game-changing update has just dropped. We now have double passives in the game. Now, your first initial reaction, wait, what the hell are we talking about? But this is a new feature in the game that you're going to be able to grind, and only certain characters have it. Annoyingly, they gave the first batch of characters to Purgatory Bond to try to revive his team a little bit. But I can see him doing this for many characters that are outdated. Hopefully all Merlins, not all Merlins, like, you know, the old Merlins, right? Hopefully we get one for like Deldry, Death Pierce, just characters that aren't meta that you can use and like just have like a massive increase. And we're going to go through all the new abilities that are coming out and go through the characters, and a lot of them are rares and SRs, and they could be meta. Like it's boys, we might unironically be using rares in the game, because you got to remember too, the new artifact system 2 allows you to get like 30% base stats for rares. And then if it's around for that certain weekend where you can have like 100% base stats towards rares, like the rares are gonna be meta. Boys, it's a fun time to be playing Grand Cross, so it isn't too bad. Now, these two new characters did drop as well. I'm not gonna go over them. You can see their skills on the screen. To quickly summarize, this new Brian Hilda girl is literally just for PvE. She's for the new raid boss that you can go into. It's a little bit annoying that she's only for PvE, but it's whatever. She does have some good outfits, as you can see up. Actually, no, I need to scroll down a little bit more. But this Diane isn't game breaking, but she's gonna be in the meta. She's gonna be usable if you build her out. She actually is quite fun, looks quite fun to use. And this ultimate at 6/6, it kills anyone if they have buffs on. It just kills anyone. It's unreal, like what this can do. It's stupid. Just if I get her, I'll do a video with her. But she actually does like quite a fun unit. And if I do get her, your boy's gonna max her out a little bit. So we stand Diane, boys. We stand Diane. And her artwork too is insane. It feels good to use the Diane, boys. But here you go. Here's the outfits too. And speaking of outfits, let me quickly show you this. In the Battle Pass shop, the Hawk Midas shop, right, you can now buy Margaret outfits. So if you didn't actually upgrade the SR equipment, you now can get full UR and all of her stuff, and she just came out, so that's unreal. Here's the cotton as well they showed on the live stream. Unfortunately, they showed us after I stopped streaming, so I couldn't get my reaction. But yeah, you can buy that as well. And if you do pull Diane in the future, I'm sure if you keep returning, you can get the Schoolgirl Diane outfit, which is probably one of the better ones too. So overall, just a massive dub for Diane if you pull her. She is guaranteed 600 diamonds at a 0.5 rate, so take it. It's not bad, but boys, you got to remember, the slime collab's probably coming in 2 weeks' time, so yeah, it's not a good time to release her. But she does look good though. But boys, to get to the meaty bit of the video, Holy Relic system is now in the game, and it now gives you a second passive. You can see the characters already that got on the bus: Purgatory Bond, Undead, and Brawler Bond, so that's kind of cool, right? Adventure Bond too, they're somehow bringing back Bonds, which I love to see, by the way. Not Purgatory Bond, I prefer the other ones. Awaken Lilia, Mage Lilia, so the blue and green one. Twiggo. They had to do Twiggo, it's funny. Jillian and Aloni. Now, boys, we're going to a point where we might be unironically using rares. We already have the artifact system that gives you 30% like basic stats for rares, and if you do get it during the actual PvP rule, right, where you have 100% base stats, 130, and if you see what this new Aloni does, good lord, boys, he might be the best character in the game, like unironically. But let's just go over quickly what this looks like in the game, right? Okay, so starting off with Bond, you can see here, there is like, they kind of reworked a little bit, and you can see you do have a new UR equipment, and this isn't buyed, you can't buy it with gems, you have to buy it, well, you have to unlock it, right? Almost buy it with money as well, like actual gold coins. But if I skip forward, you can see that is the stat. I'll show in a minute. It's a lot. It actually does help them out quite a bit. But if I go through, this is the materials you need. So this is all from the new raid boss, which is kind of expensive to actually summon for this new Brian Hilda girl, because if you have her, I'm sure you're going to rinse all the bosses. So that's kind of your incentive if you want to max out your other characters. But it's all free to play. From the looks of it, it's all free to play, which is great, because the last thing you want, boys, is Bond getting another passive. You have to pay for it, right? So this is all free to play. Okay, this is such a cool animation. I've not even seen that yet. Okay, so it's kind of sick. So as you can see, they now craft the weapon. And then, boys... Oh, wait, where is it? Look at that, boys. That actually looks so sick. It's like... It looks like Doctor Strange, bro. Like, he's got the gauntlets on. It looks so sick. And it is unique for every character. Some of them are similar. I'll show you in a second. When they jump cut to Lilia right now. So you can see this is hers. Which is, once again, almost similar, but, like, different. So... not only are you going to get better looking characters, they're now going to have more passive, which I'll show in a second. But I do believe they show one more, which I think is Twiggo. And they announced the ones later on, which I'll show you in a second too. But if I just jump forward. Yeah, boys, look at Twiggo. Twiggo got a sword, because them characters don't have weapons, they just have gauntlets or gloves. Bro, look at that sword, bro. It looks so sick. It looks like, it's based off like the Ragnarok one, but like, they're bringing back the bar meta. They're trying to, at least. And boys, when we cover what they do, it's unreal. Alright lads, so on screen now you can see the buff characters. So starting with Priority Barn, this is a massive one and stuff that you gotta look out for, especially when he's wearing the gauntlet. I wonder if you can take it off, like to not reveal you have the passive. I mean, you can still click on him, I'm sure you can see it. But as you can see here, Barn got a massive buff. He is, whenever an ally dies now, increase the max HP by 15%. So if you do kill the whole team, that goes up to 45%, because sometimes, a lot of times actually, Barn just survives and is like he's the only one left alive. And you know, if the whole team dies, his max HP is increasing by 45%, so he's still doing a lot of damage. And you know, Arthur does die now, he might be able to still wipe a team because that extra 50%, you know, HP stats. It's massive. It's something to look out for. Is it going to bring him back? Maybe. I mean, to be fair, I don't mind him coming back. It's I want PvP right now is kind of a mix. You don't know what you're going to find. And Barn kind of ruined that because it was just him for like 2 months almost. But yeah, I don't mind the change. Hopefully it is quite good. Next, moving on to Undead and Brawler Barn. I believe the Undead one's the SR. Is just simple, increased attack related stats. Oh, sorry, damage dealt by 25%. Quite bad to be honest with you. This is one of the worst ones. Just not that great. Next is Adventure Barn. So I do believe that is the Nunchuck one. No, I believe it's one of them. It's either, I don't know which one it is, but let me know. I'm pretty sure it's the one that like does the triple punches, whatever. But whenever the hero attack lands, there's a crit increase the hero's attack by 10% up to 5 times. I mean, if that is the SR one, no, it's not, right? I mean, I guess to be fair, that's probably better for the Red Demons. I think if I'm. No, I think I don't know who I don't even know who Adventure Barn is. I don't know, but Lily of Desires is the snake one. As you saw earlier on with the weapon. A massive one. For each debuff on the enemy, increase base stats by 10% limited to 5 times. At the start of the match, she does apply 2, and if they attack, I think they lower as well. So you are going to get 3 guaranteed, at least at the start. And unless they like, because if they get more than 3 orb gauge, and it removes. But if to be fair, if you're using debuff teams with like, you know, Drain or something, it's not bad. 50% extra base stats for Lilia. I mean, she needed it, so that's a pretty good one. If anything, this is what a lot more characters need in a game. Like, imagine Delju just had a basic stat of like, oh, like, you know the charm she does, right? Imagine it extorted their stats by 100%. She'd be broken, boy. She'd be broken. And then the next one is the major list is the blue and green one. What it does is when a debuff is cleansed, so remember you are healing normally with the blue one, recover the HP of diminished by 50%. Yeah, that's not that great. So you can see some are kind of dead, some are kind of good. Now Twiggo, I think, have they given him Red Escalon's passive? At the start of the battle for 2 turns, increase the hero's HP related stats by 30% and taunt the enemy. So they're forced to attack him turn 1. It's like he's the tank now, boys. That's actually a massive buff for Twiggo. Like, to be fair, Twiggo, if you don't know, has the highest attack cards in the game, like a base attack card, so he just has straight damage, right? So during a certain weekend event, like I mentioned, with all the buffs you can get, right, you might be able to hit like a lot of damage with Twiggo. He already did a lot during the weekends with the buffs, but Twiggo is actually a god now, boys. They unironically did it. Jillian, to be fair, you only really use in certain raid bosses, not raid bosses, knighthoods, but he kind of moved away from her. When a hero receives damage, recover the hero's max HP by 20% of the start of the ally's turn. So yeah, like I mentioned, typically I think the only use for Jillian is for the knighthood bosses, and you want to make sure she doesn't take damage. I think that guy does the corrosion, right? So I think that's good, because if she does take damage, she now heals up, so you're gonna get more points for the knighthood boss. That's one use. I think that's kind of the better option they could have done for her, I think. So Eloni, boys, this is what I mentioned. Reduce damage received from enemy 40%. 40%. And remember, there's an artifact in the game that increases the stats by 30%. During the weekend, I believe it's 100%. Not this weekend, but sometime soon. And he has this skill too. This is just outright, right? His actual starting skill is, as soon as it starts for 1 turn, if it's a tier 3, decreases damage taken by 75%. So that's an extra 45 on top of that. Basically, at rank 1 now, he's now getting a rank 3 because of the extra 45%. That is insane. And also the taunts as well. like, boys, he's actually a tank now. Like, overall, this is one of the best updates we've done so far in terms of bringing back old characters. Everyone's been asking for it to please go back. Like, look at all these characters. Like, you could take a screenshot and just, like, name 99% of these characters here that's unusable. Gila, boys. Give us a Gila weapon that just, like, increase her, like, crit chance by, like, 100%. Because, her actual, is Spike, but, like, she never crits. So, she can actually increase her crit chance by 100%. Like, boys, this is a massive update. Now, I assume they're going to probably either add it with each Ragnarok update. So, it's going to be like, what, every 2 months we make it like 5 or 6 characters like how we just got in now. But yeah, man, this is a massive update. I can't wait to come to the game. It's just, for content creation, once again, I can now showcase this unit, get them, you know, the relic maxed out, if it isn't too expensive to farm the materials. But man, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, you know, they don't start giving it to the one, because the one doesn't need any buffs. Give it to characters that actually do need it. Bon, I don't like the idea of giving Bon buffs, but to be fair, he does need it because he actually is dead. And, you know, if they buff Bon, then Cusack sees more play, so there's more variety in the game. So, honestly, a massive, massive dub from Grand Cross here. Boys, let me know what you think. Who do you want to see get a next passive? Obviously, you know, my guess is here, boys. I want to see Deldry. I want to see Deldry get some actual updates for actual cosmetics, but other than that, for Slater, I like Slater, so I wouldn't mind getting him. And then, the problem is, boys, when they start doing this for collaborations, who knows what they're going to do, boys. But the future's looking bright. So, boys, thank you for watching, and peace.